All right, so we see it every day, and the numbers are just absolutely staggering. Texting while driving is dangerous and a leading cause of accidents in our state and across the country as well. But even when you're not behind the wheel, texting can still be dangerous. Dr. Kevin Campbell here this morning with more on that. Doc, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And just to be clear, we're talking about walking and texting.
Believe it or not, we're talking about walking and texting, walking and talking on the cell phone.
Wow.
Lots of injuries have occurred. In fact, we have seen almost 1,500 pedestrian injuries related to cell phone use in the last year, which is very much increased from the 250 we saw in 2005.
Right, so much so that a study has actually been done about that, right? About this. I mean, 1,500, that's, as you mentioned, a really high number. Tell us more about the study.
So there was a study done, and it was conducted in the last year and presented this week, in fact, and it looked at the rates of texting related injuries. And what they found was that the most common age group for injuries with texting, cell phone use, and walking is the folks from 21 to 25.
Younger.
Second most common is 16 to 20. So that's a very powerful message to us as parents about counseling our children to pay attention when you're on the cell phone.
Yeah, and we're seeing some of the video right here of folks. You see this lady right here trip and fall as she's sending out a text or talking to someone. It kind of looks funny, but it can be very dangerous. I mean, you could trip and fall on the concrete, hit your head, and, you know, I mean, God knows what could happen.
We've seen deaths. We've seen reports of a little boy who walked off a bridge and fell into a gully.
Right.
We've seen severe head injuries and actually motor vehicle accidents, as you might imagine. So texting and cell phone use while walking is called distracted walking. Believe it or not, we have a term for it.
Yeah.
And it's very, very dangerous.
Real 30 seconds left. What can we do to reduce injuries?
So I think, like everything, as parents, we have to set the example. We have to do a better job of showing our kids how to appropriately use a cell phone. 90-some% of people in the U.S. have access to a cell phone. So it's very, very prominent. It's a very big problem. We have to change the culture of cell phone use. If we don't, we're going to see these injury rates double again in the next 2 years.
All right. Good topic here this morning, Doc.
Good to see
you. And, of course, if you have a question for Dr. Campbell, really easy. Log on to our website, WNCN.com. From there, you can click on the links we mentioned, and also you can like his Facebook and hit him up on Twitter.